Broken window? Don't replace the whole thing. The fix is way easier than you think. This lets in drafts, looks terrible, and most people think it's an expensive fix. I'm going to show you how you can replace just the glass and save yourself quite a bit of money. No special skills, no full window replacement, and you'll get a clean, professional finish. Now, first thing, before you touch anything, you need to remove the old glass safely, and here's how you do it. Now, the first thing I want to do here is get this old window out of here. If you can pull the glass, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to get inside there and remove that window. Now let's just get the last of this out of here. Now if you want to break it out, you can. Cut the glaze too. Now if the glaze is real hard like this, you can also take a heat gun and heat it up. And it should soften a little bit, so it's a little easier to pop off. If you need to, if you're concerned, you might break the other window or something like that. But you want to get as much of that glaze off as you can. Otherwise, the other window won't sit properly. And we've also got this little metal brackets here we want to pull out as well. That's kind of what holds our glass in place, so we're going to pull those out. Now, the one thing I'll always tell you, make sure you clean up after yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have access to power. That's why I got my little Ryobi 3-gallon wet dry vac. Really like this thing, but all right, now we're clean through here. That's the other reason I always try to clean up there. Vacuum, little vacuum there. And then just dry fit your piece here. Make sure it fits. Now, we want a little bit of extra room right there in the edges. We don't want it to fit tight. When the weather changes, the glass will move, and we don't want this glass cracking. So we're always trying to have just a little bit extra space around the edges. So if you're not sure on what size glass you need, go ahead and do all this and then have it cut. A lot of times it takes a few days to have it cut, but it's still better to have a piece of glass that fits than end up buying the wrong glass. Otherwise, the other option, of course, when you measure this, is just know that you've got glazing here and go from the edge of the sash there to actually the edge of the sash over here, and you should get the right measurement. If you measure just the part of the glass that's showing, you'll see 9.5. Just make sure you tell them when you have the glass cut that you're cutting it for a wood sash window. That way they know to add a little bit of extra room for that glaze on both sides. Now the next thing we need here is some of these little push points, these glazier push points. You can pretty much find these at any major hardware store. We only need a few of them. You don't need all these. You're going to have a few extra, but that's okay. Pretty inexpensive. I'll link to them in the description as well. Now, you'll see on these little push pin here, we've got a little edge right there. So a good technique would be to put this on the glass, slide it over, and then take your putty knife, push down on the blade, and then just push it like that. Again, we're not looking for like an angle, a steep angle or anything, but we just want to wiggle that in there, but we want it flat. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the glaze. Now we can be pretty liberal here with the amount put on because we are going to clean it up here in a minute, but we want to make sure it gets down in the cracks. So go ahead and put quite a bit on there and push it down. put a lot on there. You're going to clean it up, so don't be shy. Put a lot on there. Make sure you get every spot. All right, so now that we have plenty of glaze on there, what we want to do is take our knife, just put it at a 45-degree angle like that, and we're going to start pulling it back. We're not trying to cut the glass here. We're just pulling this back. Now, on your edges, you're probably going to do a 45. So when you just start at an angle and just pull it back like that. And the harder you press down, the smoother it's going to be. Now, another thing I will do is just come back and just push it down just a little bit. You're not trying to pull it up or anything, but you're just trying to smooth it out a little bit. Just tap it. If you got a little water, go ahead and do that as well. We're just trying to smooth out the rough spots. Just gently smooth it out. Now, one thing you can do, get your blade wet here. Just that'll help smooth it out and give you that smoother finish. Mineral spirits, that'll work too. Just kind of get your blade kind of wet. And just push down like that. That'll help to smooth it out so you don't have a bunch of lines in it. Now, if you're going to paint this, you're going to wait 7 to 14 days till this kind of hardens a little bit, but then you can paint it. So you don't want to paint it right now. You want to wait, let it harden, and then you can paint it. But all in all, it'll take really about 6 months to really set up and get hard. So don't go touching it. Now, this is definitely something you can do with the window in place, and it will work, but honestly, I think it's easier to work with the window out. So if you can take the window out easily, do that. Otherwise, like I said, you can do all this while it's in place. It just makes it a little bit more difficult because you're working vertically, but it can be done. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.